people and everything. And then by 9, even just a few episodes in, he makes enough of a change that we really get to see, oh no, there's a really brave and caring person behind that fear. He just needed to know that other people didn't think of him the way that he thought of himself. And so, and ever since that moment, he's just been so free to grow. And he has, like, every season he gets something huge happens that directly affects him, and that he has to become, he kind of has to step up.
Yeah, he sure has. He's
Armin in a nutshell.
He's really growing now and huge now.
Yeah, he kind of is.
If anybody's seen, maybe no one's seen that.
I know, right? It's like, that's the thing too, is like Matranga and I have been talking about like this part that just happened in the most recent season, like
It's Brina!
for years, and we still don't know if it's safe to talk about it in an audience because like so many people read the manga, like watch the anime and haven't read the manga or anything, or haven't caught up with the anime yet. So like we're not sure if we want to go that far with it, but
yeah, I understand. Yeah. Oh, there's that one again. All right, so I'm going to, now this is for everyone, now that we've gotten the single questions out of the way. A few months back, we had our South Texas Comic-Con here, and while we were here, we had Justin Briner here, and we asked him about the scream that he does. I'm not going to ask you guys to do the scream, but do you guys have similar cries or things that people kind of associate you with, and that is just like, oh, I guess I have to do it? You know what I mean? Like, because that's part of your, I guess, library of characters that you've done?
have you seen Armin?
Oh, well, yes.
There was a lovely young girl who took a picture with me today and said that her mom asked her to smile in the photo, and she refused to smile because Todoroki doesn't smile. So, I'm known for nothing loud or smiling at all. So yeah.
I think screaming-wise, probably my most iconic Scream character would be Chopper in One Piece, I would think. Yeah! I can't think of any other character I do that screams more than that. Can you guys?
Ciel was very quiet.
No, Ciel was...
Yeah. You know, it's pretty chill.
I get sort of like
intense.
Well, Rabbit!
yeah.
Well, Bulma yells a lot at the gym.
Todoroki.
That might be my favorite thing.
Yeah.
You need that shit.
Yes.
Thank you, Internet.
I love it.
Welcome to Hot Topic.
Is that Rico? Is that Rico?
I think for me, like Bulma, I yell but nobody ever asks me to do that. The one that people ask me to do for them and it gets a little uncomfortable is from Panty and Stocking. A lot of people come up and go, can you yell at me, repent? I'm like, don't say the next word. And so it's always difficult because you have to go to the people around you like, okay, I'm about to say something bad. So if you all don't like bad words, go away. Or I'll take people like to the back of the convention center and then yell it. It's always weird.
And Josh, I was in your line when someone asked you to yell something, and you said you had to prepare for it. What was that? I didn't catch the whole thing.
I've had to yell a lot of things today. I'm not sure exactly what it was. I think it was someone was asking me to do Tyrion from Ruby.
Yeah,
the one of my villain characters. So like, yeah, it was. They wanted me to do the big evil laugh that he has, like that big thing. So I was like, what? Oh, okay.
I know you scared me. I wanted to run away.
It's okay, you're gonna be fine.
But yeah, no, screaming. I've been doing that a lot. Not as long as some of these folks, but like,
And screaming is just something that you kind of is a
Hazard of this job. Like,
That's what I was gonna
eventually
say.
you are going to taste blood in the booth. Like, that's the way anime works. So like, I feel like every one of us at some point in this career has had to scream our heads off or get to the point of passing out in the booth. Thankfully,
Has anybody actually passed out? Did you ever have?
Does anyone pass out?
I've heard stories of Sean passing out.
Which makes
Yeah.
sense, yeah.
And Chris almost passing. I mean, Dragon Ball. I mean, that's especially Dragon Ball Z. It's a whole bunch of like. I don't know how those guys can even talk anymore.
When we did Zombieland Saga, does anyone watch that show? So you know the second episode is like the death metal episode, and we had to do those like, or not second, first episode. So we had to do those death metal screams. Well, it turns out I was really, really, really pregnant whenever I recorded that whole show. So I may or may not have peed myself a little bit doing those screams. You're welcome.
I'm so happy I know this now.
see, like any Dragon Ball actor can't compare to that now.
Right, I'd say.
No way, no one like that takes the cake forever. Like stuff to do with.
Yeah, I guess mine would be, when I would record Wendy Marvel, we would have two options on screams, and one of them was what we call a tea kettle. And that's my super high pitched scream, which I actually never heard to do for some reason, but kind of sounds like a dog whistle. But yeah, so every now and then he would go, okay, but this one, let's do the tea kettle.
The Wendy scream would be really high pitched.
I find the high-pitched screams are way easier than the low-pitched screams for me.
Yeah,
as well.
they're way
Oh,
easier
yeah.
than the ones that are actually like in your
Yeah.
register.
Yeah,
Those are
yeah,
hard.
yes.
Yeah.
Like, but then the little
Yeah,
like
Chopper,
high pitched
I
ones
scream
like,
like Chopper. Like,
It's hard to scream in a low pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really difficult.
And it
Like-
really tears at the chords more.
Yeah.
Do you think that's more because of when you go into like a higher pitch, more of like a head or a nasal voice, it's less,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
less happening
It's,
here?
yep,
or-
yep,
I think so,
yep.
yeah.
Okay.
I think also it's that thing like when you like it's that cheat singing thing when like a lot of people cheat sing and they make their vocal cords really tight.
Yes.
You know, and I think it's that like you're making your vocal cords super tight to like it's not really cheat singing, but you know what I
I know what you mean.
yeah.
So these are some fan questions that came in. Who does the best All Might imitation?
Not me.
Do we go down the line? Can anyone try? Does anyone want to try the best All Might?
Who's the All Might?
I'll try.
I almost got
Okay, all right, we'll just start over here. Josh is gonna try.
I am here.
That's pretty right on. All right, next question. No, we can all do it if you want.
Try, please. I want everybody to
All
try.
right, everybody else try. I am here.
I feel like no, me and Brina kind of sound the same.
Oh my
Right?
God, we totally did.
How do you make it sound different? It's
I
savage.
can't do it. I mean, his. I am here. That was a little more Vegeta than.
I hear more Vegeta than All Might usually.
Because I am here. I'm home.
So this is another fan question that came in. What has been your favorite line or episodes from the show?
I love the movie. The movie was my favorite.
What about the movie? What did you?
Well, because Mienta actually like was worth something. Like he helped. He was part of the rescue.
I saw the
Really
movie
good.
at some premiere in Los Angeles, and Minetta killed in the movie. Like the audience loves Minetta. It was awesome.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
my favorite.
Yeah. Not on the cover of the movie?
And we found the troll in the audience.
Jesus.
I can't think. I mean, there's so many great episodes, but my favorite lines are when Tsuyu's kind of snarky, but she hides it under all the sweet niceties, so you don't realize that she's kind of being a bee. Especially to Bakugo. So one of my favorite lines is when she's talking to Bakugo and she says, "Well, with that attitude, you'll never be popular."
I like, I've said this to several people that I've talked to today, but I like it's a conversation between Todoroki and Midoriya in the hallway, and he says, Midoriya, what are you, All Might's secret love child?
Tokoyami's too easy. It's the
Revelry in the dark.
my favorite line of the show is actually one of Minetta's.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's early on in the first season, and it's like right after we've been. It's right after we've been introduced them into like a majority of the classroom and everything. We've gotten to know people for a little bit, and there's a passing conversation that I think Pinky and maybe Trina's character are just kind of off to the side talking, and Minetta makes just some snide Minetta comment or whatever to them, and I think Pinky's just like,
Whatever, who's ever gonna care about you? And Minetta, your delivery of this line makes me cry every time with that lisp, especially just goes, everyone will. So funny. Trust me. I don't know why it tickles me so much.
I liked it when I got to talk. It was pretty cool. Actually, all my favorite Camie lines are like from the manga, so they're not there yet.
So you've already read ahead then?
I have.
Have all of you? Oh, no.
No,
Okay. Because I know some voice actors have said I don't want to read ahead. Some voice actors have said that they don't like to read ahead, that they would prefer to be just a surprise with the fans. Oh, that's the wrong show. Are they in here? Is that why they sent it? Yeah, they're in here. That's why. All right. So this is another good one here. If you could voice any other character on the show, who would you voice?
So here's an interesting tidbit about me and Brina.
Yeah.
So we knew that we had been cast because Colleen was like, okay, you're both in the show. I just don't know which one of you is going to play Froppy and which one's going to be Minetta.
Yeah, so it was between, so we essentially could have been each other's roles. We were very close to being each other's roles.
Wow. I love you, I'm sorry. No, I
So
love...
close to having a respectable
I love...
Actually, I love Minetta.
I love
I'm really
Minetta.
glad.
It's so great. It's so great. But
So you know those two. David, if you could voice any other character.
I can't, it's hard for me to answer this question because, and this is like a lame answer, but like, I just think everybody's so impeccably cast in the roles that they're in. I mean, there was a time where I was like, oh, I'd love to be All Might, or, you know, I don't get to do Bakugo type characters that often, so I would love to do stuff like that, but now that I've gone back and watched the show and like I'm a fan of the show, it's like I don't want anybody to be anybody else than who they are. Like honestly, like I mean I think it was so, one of the things that makes this show pop in the way that it does is I think it was just cast really, really well. So I mean there were people before I was cast that I thought, oh, I'd like this role, I'd like that role. But now it's like I want my role and I want everyone to be in their roles.
When I auditioned, I legitimately was like, it's Minetta, Froppy, or Bust. Like those are the only ones that I actually even auditioned for. I didn't even audition for the other ones because I was just like, I want the weird characters. I want to do a weird voice.
yes. I auditioned for Ochako, but I remember saying, if this isn't Lucy, something's wrong with this world. You know? Like, that has to be Lucy.
Yeah.
Josh, well, if you could voice any other character.
I like where I am.
You like your acting?
Yeah, I don't like it kind of for the same reason. Like, it does feel like we all were just kind of put in a place or in characters that were either really fun for us to play or kind of different from the stuff that we normally play,
Right.
or there was a part of us within that character that Colleen saw. And for me, like I don't get to play characters like Tokoyami very often, and so I really enjoy it. And it's really cool that I get to play kind of double duty and play his shadow too, and bounce back and forth. So yeah, it's super fun for me. I don't want anything else.
You're like, no, I love my parts.
Yes, I want my shadow chicken.
Have people called it that, shadow chicken before?
That's what I call it now.
That's what I'm calling it from now on. Shadow chicken.
And then
I thought you said chatter chicken.
Oh, shattered chicken?
Yeah.
I thought you said chowder chicken.
Wait, I guess that's
Hear what we want to hear.
maybe I'm hungry. I don't know. I'm just here.
Rice. That guy's a chatter chicken.
I mean,
So
I'm gonna be Todoroki. That's what it is.
oh, that is cute. And then we'll do one. Yeah, there you go.
here's my question. Did he have dark shadow early on? And if so, how did he survive sleeping without a nightlight?
That's a good question.
Did he hatch?
They're just gonna spam you guys with memes
Did
now.
Froppy hatch?
Yeah. I've never done a panel with my back to the audience, so back of my
Yeah, no.
I've never been in a panel where so many people have their heads on their phones and it's for a good reason.
So I'm gonna come right over here really fast before I move on. What character would you want to voice? I know Camie doesn't pop up very much, so you have a wide variety of options here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I mean, honestly, I love playing Camie, but I'm just gonna say something. I'm gonna be Todoroki
Yeah.
because I saw a poodle in a picture, and it was half dyed red,
Oh.
and it was. I just want that.
Poodle Todoroki.
It's
Yeah.
about the poodle.
Yes.
So this is a good one. What's the best fan ship that you guys have seen? Or what's the best ship that you guys have seen?
Oh, you're just clapping because of the ship question.
Hey. What's the best ship that you guys have heard of or seen that you guys would prefer? That's a fan question as well.
No, that is Tokoyami.
That.
Tokoyami in the front. That's the shit. They both lay eggs, it'll work out fine.
True.
I guess for me, I always say that Tsuyu is so focused on being a hero that she probably doesn't even know that boys and girls existed and that she should be interested in them at all.
Mm-hmm.
But that being